Now we are going to discuss the types of preference shares. The preference shares are those shares which are issued to certain preferred shareholders. The company might have a preference for certain people on account of their qualifications or on account of their status or on account of their contribution towards the growth of the company. So the company owner as well as the board of directors together can allot certain shares to certain individuals, and those individuals are considered to be beneficial to the growth of the company. So the shares issued to certain individuals who can directly or indirectly contribute towards the growth of the company is known as preference shares. The preference shares are usually issued at a very low cost, discounted rate, or maybe at free of cost. The preference shares has certain features which we had seen earlier, that they don't have the voting rights. The shareholders of the preference shares do not have the voting rights. They cannot involve in any decisions taken by the management. They don't constitute the board of directors, and also they cannot sell their shares. They also have a fixed dividend, unlike the other shareholders whose dividend may increase or decrease depending upon the performance of the company. The preference shareholders have a fixed rate of interest. Sorry, dividend. We have seen all the features. Now we are going to deal with the different types of preference shares. So starting with the convertible and non-convertible preference shares. Convertible preference shares are those kind of preference shares which can be converted into ordinary equity shares uh, at some agreed terms and conditions. So even if you are a preference shareholder, you can convert it into ordinary shares, but you have to oblige certain conditions and terms. Whereas there are also other types of preference shares which are non-convertible in nature. That is, they do not have the option to convert into an ordinary share. They will be always remaining as preference share. The second type of classification is redeemable and irredeemable preference shares. A redeemable preference share has a maturity date, and the company will repay the capital amount to the preference shareholders and discontinue any relationship with the preference shareholders after the maturity date. That is, when a company is issuing preference share to some favorite person or to some person of interest, then that preference share will have a expiry date or a maturity date. After that date, the preference share will not exist. Okay, so if a celebrity is being included to a company and if that celebrity is given a preference share, that preference share will be called a redeemable preference share if it has a period of, let us say, 5 years or 10 years. After that, the celebrity automatically does not cannot hold preference share, and he will automatically removed from the shareholders list. So that is a redeemable preference share. On the other hand, we also have irredeemable preference share which does not have any maturity date. And the dividend of this shares will be fixed, and it will be forever, that the preference shareholder will keep on getting the fixed dividend uh, at an interval pre-decided by the company, and it will not have any maturity date, which means as long as the company exists, they keep on getting the dividend. The next one is participating and non-participating preference shares, where the participating preference shares has an additional benefit of participating in profits of the company apart from the fixed dividend. So apart from the fixed dividend, they will be also getting additional dividend as per the profit. So if the profit increases, apart from the fixed dividend, they will also get additional profit. So those kind of preference shares is known as participating preference shares. And the other kind of preference shares which cannot have any part in the profit, which will not get any other profit other than the fixed dividend, is known as non-participating preference shares. And another classification is, which is very important, is cumulative and non-cumulative shares. So cumulative shares are those kind of shares, those kind of preference shares whose dividend are accumulated. The dividends are accumulated and therefore paid before anything paid to equity shareholders. That is, the first and foremost dividend are given to the preference shareholders. Okay, so the dividends or the profit are accumulated, and before paying to the equity shareholders or before even paying to the owners and the other board of directors and other shareholders, this accumulated dividend goes first to the preference shareholders. This is known as cumulative shares. Non-cumulative shares are, if the company does not pay dividend in current year, the claim of preference shareholders is lost to that extent. That means if the company is not paying dividend, the company is not having profit in that current year, then the preference shareholders will not be getting the dividend naturally, right? So in the case of cumulative preference shares, the first person or the first section of people to receive the dividend, the fixed dividend, will be the preference shareholders. So as we know that their dividend is fixed in nature, so let us say they are getting 50,000 every month. Even if the company is not performing, even if the company has a very low level of profit, all the profit will be accumulated. All the whatever money the company gets will be accumulated and given to the preference shareholders first and foremostly. So they will be given the 50,000, and the remaining profit, even if the profit exists or does not exist, whatever remains will be divided among the shareholders, the equity holders. So at times what happens is the preference shareholders will be definitely getting their reward or definitely getting their fixed dividend, but others will not be getting anything at all. This happens when the preference share is of cumulative in nature. Whereas if the preference shares are non-cumulative in nature, then the company need not pay if it doesn't have enough dividend. Okay, so if it doesn't have enough dividend, only in such cases the company need to pay. So there is no guarantee that the company will pay the dividend to the preference shareholders if the shares are non-cumulative in nature.